Alrighty, welcome back. We're back at it. We have the back to finish. We got the wheel wells tied in right up the side here. Got that tied in. Got a little piece put in here. Now we've got this back panel piece. It is rotten. There's a piece that goes in from the bottom. From here, you can see how it's hanging there. I've got it cut here. I've got that cut. This piece here was here. I've got it cut. I've got it cut at the top. Now I'm just going to slide it out, and we're going to have to replace what's there. Thanks for coming back. I'm your man, Bad Chat. Just like that. That's that piece that's cut out of there. And that's what's going to have to be moved and dealt with right there. What I did is I zip cut it along. Zip cut it along the back here, cut it off there. Now I see I got some rot here where it was connected. And it was obviously connected over here. I'm going to take the rot off of this piece, I guess. And then go for it. Gotta get that off. A lot of this work is just preparation of cleaning things. Alrighty, got that all cut off. This here piece here has got quite a bit of, a little bit of damage done to it, let's face it. And I don't want to take it off the car because it looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dolly and the hammer here for a second. And we'll just straighten out a couple little pieces and then we'll put a piece in it. Nathan is over at the front end trying to get things unseized, kingpins unseized. What he's doing. I'm just going to leave that. I don't want to hit that too hard, so that's all we got there, and I want to save it. I've got a piece of round stock over here that I was messing with that I might use to put in that. You'll never guess. I banged it on the floor first. Boom! Banged it on the floor like that. Got a little bit of shape in it like that. But what happens is it generally when you do that, it generally bends in the center. Generally. I want it to fit in there. And then what happens is if I can connect this piece, well, I'm going to connect this piece to this piece, it'll stiffen that up. And then when I bring the square stock, there's some square stock right here. When I bring that down, I can connect the square stock to this round stock, and then we can put a panel in. And I possibly could even throw a piece of square stock in there, so instead of this round stuff, because when I bring the square stock down, it would connect better than this. But this is round. Just kind of wondering if I want to try to connect the round on the round and then get it rocking and rolling again with the square stock and get it connected, because this is what's weak right at the present moment. It's weak. Gotta make up my mind.
Sometimes that's the hardest part, isn't it?
Isn't it? Let's do this. Let's try to get this piece in there, I guess. Guess it doesn't make any difference. Let's see if we can get it matched the outside first. Quite a bend in it. There's my center. Not bad. Let's get some bends on the outer parts and see what happens. I'm just gonna hold it for a second. Just gonna mark where I think center is. Let's go back there again. got lots on either end, that's all. It fits to there, to there. Let's make it fit the rest of the way. Where's my mark? It's on the wrong. Oh, bends very easy. I have to bend it back, who knows? Back there. Look at that now, would you? Huh. When Nathan first started that, that barely would turn at all. If you remember yesterday, we could hardly turn it to get it outside there. Nathan was just explaining to Jolene, when you see that rust, that means it's working and it's freed it up, is it not?
Yeah, the stuff's coming
out. That rust right there, it's coming out.
Yeah. I took the grease fittings out and I blew the holes out with the blowgun, best I could. I lubed them up and put the heat to them and then watched the lube simmer down through everything. I beat on them a little bit on the top of the pin to put vibration in it. And then now I'll put the grease fittings back in here in a minute and start putting some grease to it, but they took a little bit to come around to get them. Usually a good one will seize before a bad one, so.
And explain that.
Usually something that's tight.
A good one will seize before a bad one. Yeah. And the reason Nathan said that is because the good one's tight. That makes sense? Makes sense to me. Just gonna bend that a little bit there on that end. Makes sense to me. And there's a mark on this side. Hoping that's the mark. I'm hoping that's the mark. We'll see. Looks like a mark there. That one's good. This one's a little bit more. Let's try it, see what it says.
Well, that's going to make life way more desirable.
Make her turn a little better, right? Alrighty. I think we got something there that can work. Let's put our center mark on. Get our marker. Go right to here. Just cut it off. Put that up again there to make sure I got the right mark. Yeah, let's do it. The only reason I picked the round stock is because this is round here. That's the only reason. I want that to sit up inside there nice if I can get it.
Because it was roundier? That's awesome.
What's that?
Because it was roundier?
Roundier, yeah.
That was awesome.
No, it's round. Now, I got this piece in here. I got that piece in there. It's not sitting exactly how I want, but it will do. I probably should have come over a little further, but that square saw can go there.
Thundering somewhere today, you hear it banging off. Thunder shower day, they're supposed to be.
Let's just take this out for a second. I want to take a look. Just make sure it's nice and round. This back piece got a little squared off right there, and I just want to fix it. Let's make it a little bit more rounder. Because that back piece of metal that we have on the car obviously can be manipulated to any shape that I really want it to, really, where it's so thin. So I might as well make this nice and round. And that way there, when I put the piece of metal to this piece, it makes it nice and round. And basically all I have to do is take a look. And that's with anything. If you're making something, building something, doing something, always step back and take a look. Let the I guess the artist come out in you. Step back and take a look. I would say that's what all good artists do, is they step back and take a look. And that's about the end of it, to get a good job. Or to make sure things are going the right way where they want them to. I'm going to take this off. Generally, this place here is a good place for a gas tank in the back. I'm not really thinking about a gas tank at the present moment. I just want to get it locked together and get things back in shape again. We're going to get a couple pieces. There's a clamp. Just clamp that up in there and make it right. It always is it's not a great day when you have to go to the drawer because you don't know if what you're looking for is what you're wishing for is there or not. And sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. Isn't that right, Nate?
This is exactly true.
All right, now I'm just going to get underneath this bad boy here. Get it in the right position. I hope you like the patina that we're keeping honest. Nope. What I want to do, I've got a little lip here. You can see where it's overlapped. There's a lip right there where it's overlapped. The quarter panel to the back panel. Same thing on the other side. Not saying that it's straight, not saying anything, but that's where I'm going to use. That's what I'm going to use to detect where I should be, where I shouldn't be. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I like these clamps to do this. Not working out so good there yet. Hard to clamp something that's round. Don't want to bend the other side either. Don't want to bend anything. Clamp that on there. A pair of vice grips probably better. Let's get a pair of vice grips. I just don't want to bend it. Nathan, can I get you to give me a hand just for a second?
Yep, you bet.
Okay, man, I'm just going to get a pair of vice grips gripped on here. I don't want to cause any damage on the outside, if possible, because I'm going to have you on the outside. And what I mean by damage is just squeezing it too tight, that's all. I just don't want it squeezed too tight. And I might be able to get it myself as far as that goes.
Oh, I'm coming. I just moving.
Them vice grips aren't no good. I think maybe 2 will do it anyways.
Okay, gents.
All right. I'm just going to hold it in place, Nate. Just want you to vice grip it up for me. I got a back piece here. I just don't want it to damage this too much. I'm gonna put the round piece in there and just, so if you want to stay from the outside,
Okie dokie.
on to the inside. You'll vice grip that in there. Just let's go for the center, I think, first. I'm thinking that I'm where I want to be. Yeah, I probably could have done it myself, but. Perfect, Nate, perfect. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna get this.
Is that enough?
Yeah, it's enough. I'm gonna get one more. I'm gonna do this side, and then I'm ready to rock and roll. Thank you.
Another pair of vice grips right here, buddy.
Whoop whoop.
You're good?
Yep, I'm good. Just get that clamped up. And also that back piece of metal is probably going towards, or going in shape of, I don't know if I want to do it that way. I don't want to damage, you know. I'm not interested in damage. Don't want damage. On the back panel, that is. I don't want them. There's damage on it now, but I don't want any more. So that's not bad. That looks good. Now what I'm thinking is I'm going to get that square stock connected to the round bar in the back. So I got a piece of square stock right here. I run that down, and I'm going to connect to that. I think I am. Let's take a look here.
Oh, still coming.
Let's just get a little piece and take a look. She's a hot one here today, folks. She's a hot one here today. Do this. I just got to frame it up, and then I'll make a panel after. Let's frame it up. We're obviously too long there. I was kind of wondering if I should bend a piece of, probably the square stock should come down and go around and connect onto that. Probably shouldn't, it's gonna have quite a shape to it. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cut a piece off, just measure it. Can't get in there to trace it, so I'm gonna measure it. I'm going to do 13 because I'm going to bend it. Want to bend it in that corner where I showed you I'm going to bend that around there, so I'm just going to relief it now because it looks like quite a tight bend to get around that corner, so I'll relief it now and then we'll go for it. Just want to try to get them even so it bends even. I guess. check it out. Getting close. We'll go up a little bit further. Actually, it'd probably work. I cut it off. Straighten her out a little bit. Let's do this. Cut it off. And this is what I'm doing right here, like, in all honesty. I want to cut it off yet. I want to get a little more bend in it right there, I think. Let's do that. Just check it out. And then we should have a good time doing the next one, because the next one should be the exact same thing. Do a couple more cuts. This is great. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, it's hot, and it's supposed to be, so it's good. I don't mind that right there whatsoever. I like it. I'm gonna bend this down, get that tab out of the way. I have perf. Channel launcher here. Some of the stuff will have to be repaired after, but we have to have. Ouch! Ouch! That hurt. Gotta have somewhere to go. That bolt has got to come out. It's not good where it's at. It's holding me out. So I get that in there. I want to get that up in there. All right, I got cutting disc. Cut that off. I can procrastinate all I want to, but I gotta get that bolt off to get that up in there. And the faster you go get your grinder disc, the faster you get it put on, the faster you lay back down, the faster you'll get it done. Hard work beats talent every day when talent don't work. Hard work beats talent every day. Remember that. So if you're home working on something and you're working hard, good for you.
Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work. I'm going through this. I am going through this, but I need that other there. I want that other there. Ah! Now we got her. I probably got rust in my ear and everything else. Now we're cooking with gas. Look at that, huh? Now we cook with gas. I'm gonna angle this a little bit so this fits a little better. There's a, I got a straight cut to an angle cut there, and I'm just gonna angle that a little bit more, or make a better cut on it so it fits better. And then we'll mark it and cut it. Then we'll mark it, cut it. And this sort of stuff can take, there, if it's good now, we'll get that welded on there, if it's really good, tight and right. Then we'll take and mark it up here. Cut that off. Right. this in here is for the shape in the back is what I'm thinking. We need, I can bring a piece of metal down here and roll a piece of metal or shape the metal, cut it off the back and weld that. But it's not going to give me very much structure. I basically am looking for structure. The round stock is structure for the round part. Now, I'm just a little bit off there, and that's okay.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That's where I want to be right there. It's a good thing I didn't do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weld that in there. Weld that in there because that looks good. And then what has to happen is I'm going to duplicate the one on the other side. I'm going to mark this.
Take that, you son of a so-and-so.
I just sort of want to mark how long I cut it. Right there. Just want to mark where I cut it. So I have sort of the same thing going on. No, I want the same thing going on. That's the deal right there.
All right.
Let's turn the welder on. Sweat is a-rolling. Sweat is a-rolling.
Come on, Lee.
Ground's on. This is on. We'll come under there and tack that on after, see what happens. We'll get her in place. Yeah, it's like an archaeological hunt when you start doing work like this. You never know what you're gonna find. That fits really good. 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 All right. Fogged up. I'm fogged up. And knock this on back here. Yoch, my belly. Don't let that follow me. It's funny how long a person will weld and let something burn them. But yet, if someone burnt you, you'd be all upset. You know what I'm saying?
I was under a vehicle welding once, and the spark went down my sleeve, down by through my armpit and across my nipple, and it singed my nipple, but I still kept welding because I was in a tight spot.
Yeah.
It was in a tight spot. It didn't stop. There might have been some yeeping going on, but I didn't stop.
I have a feeling that Nathan has an issue with his nipples.
It happens.
Yeah.
It always seems to be a bad spot. You just don't stop.
I was trying to fill a little gap there. It's not working out the greatest right now. Oh, just got it. Just got it. Now I have weld on there. Just make sure you start on the weld instead of the gap. Basically. Can't see them all fogged up. Good. Whole wheat readies. Now, got a nice looking piece coming in around the corner to fit that. We've got a nice piece of square stock come down. We can actually bring this all to this, make that tight and right. You know, we can bring and squeeze this here on that nice and tight and right, it can happen. What I'm going to do though first, I'm going to go along this back piece. I think and try to snap this on and try to take the vice grips off is what I think. And the reason being is I don't want to get jabbed in the face again. Just got to make sure it's connected, that's all. I'm getting burnt. Not much meat there, but we get her connected, we'll be happy. My eyeballs. I got it. Ouch. 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 I'm laying down on one. Ah. Trying to keep all the patina that I can. That's the name of this game. We went racing, or we went to watch. We went to watch the race of gentlemen in, what was it, New Jersey, and it did not happen. They had a tropical storm of some sort. I remember we had. Anyways, it did not happen, and we got to walk around and check the town out, and it was cool because it was old school. Like all the motels are all like 70s, 60s, and 70s. It was just cool. And when we were walking around, we met a couple guys that we raced, or Jolene raced again at Pine Tree. The reason I remember his name, because his name is the same as mine, Chad. Yeah, and I guess he goes by Chadillac. Anyways, we were just shooting the shit and talking, and he said, once the patina is gone, it's gone forever. And it kind of resonated actually when he said that. And the reason it resonated is because it's the truth. And once we go and sandblast this car and start putting some primer on her and that sort of stuff, the patina is gone. You can fake it and all that sort of stuff, but it's still not the same. It's just not the same. Now I got that connected on there fairly decent, and I will connect it better. I'll go along there and just connect it some more. But it is rotten coming down around that, and I just want to get this round piece in there, so obviously it fits good. Now let's go to this other square piece and get that fitting good. I'm going to take this helmet off for a second. Get my faculties together.
You had big words this morning.
Faculties?
Yeah.
Probably because I haven't got a lot of them. Now, torch. Got our lines going. Let's make another one of those. Make another one of those. Nice. Nice. In this, like in any industry of making something, building something, you're going to make mistakes, and if you don't think that you will, you're going to be sadly mistaken. And what will make you the best is how you recover from making that mistake. You know, don't make a big deal out of it. Carry on, fix it as fast as you can, and move on and get it done. And that way there you get experience, knowledge, you get it all out of a mistake. So don't be scared to make a mistake on any of this stuff. It's how things go together.
You know what the good thing is though, Chad?
What's that, buddy?
At least when you're welding, cutting, and grinding, if you make a mistake, you can cut it and weld back in. But if you're a carpenter, which I'm not, if you cut a piece of wood wrong, there's no welding it back on. You're grinding it back into shape, you gotta buy another piece of wood.
I think Nathan's fessing up to not being a carpenter.
I'm not much of a carpenter.
I'm gonna cut this off. No, it's just sometimes, you know, it's so stressful on things where people think that, you know, there's no mistakes. Well, it's all about the mistakes, to be honest with you. They got the best lesson, you know. If you already know it, who cares? It's what you don't know is what you care about. It's hot. It's how you recover. I guess that's where the coat hanger came in for me. When I would make a mistake on, I'm going to cut that off. When I make a mistake on something, the old coat hanger is generally there for me to help me fix it. You know, when you make a wrong cut or something like that, you know, I usually grab that coat hanger and fix the mistake as just as quick as I can. And it's worked for me so good so far. Marker. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. I took them vice grips off, didn't I? That's why I welded that. Take them vice grips off. There. There! Now we're cooking with gas now, baby. Cooking with gas now.
You got this now.
We're cooking with gas now. Just gonna shave that a little bit so it fits better, and I gotta cut that off for length. That's fitting good. Fitting good. Or it's fitting this piece on the outside that's looking good. Let's shave this and make this look a little better here. Get this going. I'm hoping that's the way I wanted to cut that. Hoping. And it is. Fits up nice like that. Now we just need to knock a little bit off this bad boy.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere.
Nathan's feeling the same way. Now we're getting somewhere.
And I got one grease fitting out of the 5 that I found that works.
Good.
You hit one grease fitting in all the holes, and then the 2 top ones, I had to heat it. I had them spinning, but it wouldn't take grease, so I had to heat it till the juices come out the grease hole, and then
Till the juices come out.
till the juices come out the grease hole, and then now I got it so they're all taking grease now.
Till the juice come out.
So then we're gonna have to get some grease fittings. But Odie, you see, I got like 5 here, and I got 1 that's any good. So
Tomorrow we're gonna get a barbecue. We're gonna have a barbecue set class with Nathan.
are we?
No. Well, maybe we should.
Yeah.
Now.
Are we all out of rags too? Is it just that paper towel we got? Okay.
Awesome. Wow.
Hopefully he doesn't want to put paint ring on this because everything's greasy and lubey. Lube-a-doobie.
We'll do what we have to do, Nate, to get her done, everybody. Do what you gotta do to get it done. That's what it calls for, and that's what I generally do.
Here, do you want to shake my hand?
Anytime.
Grease all over your gloves to put on that metal. Then the patina will sheen.
Where's this thing?
Then the patina will sheen.
And we got some pieces to make. We got to repair some pieces on this side, which is not nothing too drastic, I don't think. I want to get this up in there nice. I want to get that fitting better there first. This is a very important lesson. I don't know if a lot of people take it or not. I don't say very important lesson, but I'm going to tell you. See that one tack that I put there? That's where everybody should start. Everybody, anybody that's putting a panel on a car, putting a piece on a car, putting anything on a car, that one tack right there is probably the most important. And I'll tell you why it's the most important. Because I like the way that fit and come down around there on this side. I'm not caring about this side because it's on the inside. But I care about the outside. And this point right here fits exactly where I want it. So that's where I tacked it first. Number one, tack it where you like it the best. Wherever it fits the best. If there's a body line or if there's whatever, you're matching something up, tack it there. And then that's your very first start to doing anything. Tack it once and put it in place where you want to tack it. And then I can come up here and I can move this, or I can pull that out, or I can push that up, or I can pull that down. That little one tack will hold it till I get it in place where I want it. And then once I tack it on for number two, it's over. There's no more moving it.
And in a spot
unless you're
where
cutting it off.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. And then you basically, like Nathan said, was going to say, you want to be able to cut it off even if you've done it wrong. But
I've done that wrong before.
Yeah.
I've tacked something on and I put it in
I
a
do
spot.
right to the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes in a hurry.
Then you get excited.
But number one, get your piece in place where it fits the best, tack it. And number two, try to fit the other end and fit the rest of it, and then it's in place. And if it's not in place by the time you put the second tack in it, you're going to cut it off. As simple as that. I know I say that a lot. Tack it, it's in place, and two, tack it, it's holding it for you. Two, it's in place. But it's probably one of the best lessons a person could ever go by. That's with anything. A board. Tack it, put it in place, and then go for it. I'm going to just put a little weld up here so I can grind it off flat. And then I'm going to fill this in. One side, a little bit of a gap going on there, but that's okay. We'll weld one side, and we'll weld the other. Alrighty, weld this little better here. Not worried about the inside, right? The inside, you can't see it. It's the outside one that wants. Yeah, on something like that, we want to tack all that inside together so it does not come apart where it's cut. Probably could have just ran a line right up through it, but I didn't. Let's go to the other side. I can do this too. Nathan must have got a hairball. Water went down the wrong hole. That welds them together too. Just one straight bead, probably easier than that. But our pieces out there going, we're gonna have to have a piece. We'll have to weld this up underneath here, no doubt in my mind. The piece will be laying in from the top, I'm thinking. And then there'll be a piece, we'll have to open it up and take a look. But now, as you can see, we have square tube construction to weld to. We'll probably end up welding that up and grinding that up after. We've got this piece on the back here for this. I'm not sure, but I might put my piece of metal on from the bottom. Seems like a nice way to do it, and the reason being it seems like a nice way to do it because I can just go boop and weld along the edge and be done with it. If I try to put it on from the inside, I'm gonna have to try to fit it in and hit everything and try to get it in there. We'll see what happens. But basically the framework is done for the back. Let's take a look from the outside. Yeah, really can you see? Thank you, Nathan. You can see that I'm going to have to I can come in there and I could lay a panel on that. Yes, I can. In the back, it'd be, yeah, I can get something down in there for sure. I can get something down and get something to go from here down into there. It's probably where I'll go. It's probably where I'll go. And then we'll go from there. But being squared off is the first step. I'm not sure where we're at for time. 45. Basically, you're gonna probably just leave it like, no, I'm not gonna leave it like that for now, but basically, I think that's what we'll do for the video, is squaring that all up. I have repair work to do here, which is not a big concern, I guess. I see 2 pieces there to fix that. I see 1 piece to fix this, and then 1 piece to fix the wheel opening. It's hot there. I just welded it, so probably shouldn't be touching it. But basically, that's what I did in the back. Got it framed up. I think I will. Yeah, I think I will grind up all the cut marks that I made there and just grind it up because it looks too good, and I don't want water and stuff getting in there. I got a little piece added in here. There's a big gap or a big corner missing there. I just put a little piece in there and did the best I could for what I had. It's not looking the best there, but does it really much matter? We're going for a style of a car, obviously, that has patina, and the work that was done on it before, we are leaving, and we're just carrying on with a little bit more. But we're going to make the car tight and right. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for coming back. We really appreciate it. There's quite a bit going on. As you can see, we got a lineup of grills I've got just towed in and just taking a look at them, what I like and what I don't like, what I may use, what I might not use. Nathan is still full tilt on the front end, trying to make everything right.
I'm going to stick one of your skinny tires on that you want on it, and then do it bump stop to bump stop and figure out where we're going to put the flex lines mounted to the frame. That's where I'm heading next.
Okay, so bump stop to bump stop, this is how far it turns.
Yeah, so I can figure out where I want. So I don't want the flex line to hit the wheel or anything.
We actually purchased these flex lines, but they did not give us any nut or crush washer or any of that stuff. Yep. So what Nathan's thinking is he wants to do is put this through the frame.
Yeah, there's a hole in the back there, so if we can just put it through the frame with a nut on the back, and then the brake line will be inside, not over the outside of the frame or anything.
And that'll be good. We're waiting for brake shoes. Other than that, Nathan's getting it work.
I picked the best drums out of the 4 on it.
This is worn?
Yeah.
Show Jolene what.
I guess when you put the brake on, it's worn that pin there, so when you put the brake on, it's gonna...
Yeah, you can see that?
Rock in there.
So that's should be dealt with.
You put the brake on, that'll even go into the steering wheel too. It'll shake the steering wheel.
See how that's shaking in on that pin there? And that'll give you, see, that could be wrong on your other car.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, I didn't go over that, and I don't...
So we're going to figure out if you want to shim that or put a spacer in it.
I think we can buy new. I'm not sure.
You can buy new pins.
I'm thinking.
There, yeah.
But we just cut them off because they had...
That was the other top piece for the shock that went on the side of the frame.
Okay. So we cut them off, but basically for, the car not to have when you're...
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, that's going to have to be geared up. And also that could get an effect when you're driving it also.
Yep, hit a bump and it would shake and
go on like that. We don't want that. We've got this panhard bar in there where, with everything tight and right, I feel like the car would ride like $1 million if it was, get this stuff tightened up. Anyways, thanks for coming back, everybody. We really appreciate it. One last thing. I'm going to sell that bad boy, I think. If you're interested, throw me an offer. Have a great day.